If you're starting your seeds indoors right now, there is one major hurdle that you need to clear, especially if you're growing in a cold climate like I am. Because let's be honest, this winter sun just doesn't have the strength to support healthy plants. When you're growing in January and February, a windowsill just won't cut it. You'll end up with weak, leggy seedlings every time. To get professional level results while it's freezing outside, a dedicated light system isn't just an extra, it's a necessity. Now, there are hundreds of lights on the market that you can choose from, but in today's video, I'm going to show you the 3 types of lights that you can buy, what I use in my grow room today, and what I would recommend if I had to start all over again, because I definitely would do things differently. If you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha and I'm the Black Thumb Gardener, and I live in Ontario, Canada, USDA Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. If you're growing your seedlings indoors, you need 3 basic things. Number 1 is consistent moisture. Number 2 is steady warmth, depending on the seedlings that you're growing. And number 3 is high intensity light. The idea is to mimic as much as possible the conditions that they would get if you were starting your seedlings outdoors. Consider what happens when you direct sow seeds outside in the spring. The sun rises at 7 a.m. and sets about 7 p.m. and that's a minimum of 12 hours of direct sunlight, and that's exactly what we should be providing indoors. Anything less than that will result in leggy seedlings. Currently, I run my grow lights about 14 to 16 hours a day, mimicking what the daylight hours would be in May or June. I find that this time frame allows my seedlings to grow thick stems and green leaves. So now that we know how long we should keep our lights on, let's talk about what type of light you should be buying, because this is where things can get confusing. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of lights on the market. You can get blue lights for vegetative growth, red lights for flowering and fruiting, and you can also get a full spectrum light, which is what I would recommend if you're a home gardener starting out, and it takes the guesswork out of trying to figure out which color to use, and it's exactly what I use in my setup. Remember, we're not trying to grow a whole garden indoors, unless that's what you're trying to do. This is not the video for you. We're just trying to get our seedlings big enough so that we can transplant them outside and get a jump start on the season. So let's talk about my grow light setup, because it is all over the place. And to be honest, it was quite expensive because I didn't know what I was doing when I started out. I mean, I did watch a lot of videos and I read a lot of books, but you truly don't know unless you started growing with your lights. I'm going to start off with the first lights I ever bought, and that is the Sunblaster T5 light system. Now, I'm calling it a system because you effectively have to buy the individual light panels and then also buy the base that it goes on. I currently have my T5 system on a rack that can hold about 4 panels, and I also have an individual stand that holds only 1 light panel. This system allows you to scale up or down based on your needs. Each individual T5 light costs about $30 to $40 when you're starting out, and the replacement bulbs can be about $15. Of course, the drawback to this system is that you have to buy the stand separately, but I do have a stand that's about $50 from Sunblaster, and I really like this one because you can adjust the levels up and down so that you can bring your seedlings closer or further away from the light. Now, there are some drawbacks to using T5H lights, and the first is that they do emit heat. In my cold basement, that's not an issue for me, but it may be for those who are already in a warm environment. T5 bulbs also contain a small amount of mercury, and that can become an issue if your bulb breaks, so you do have to be careful with it because it will release toxins into your environment. Lastly, it is an investment to get started. Now, my T5H lights give me about 20,000 hours. Slowly, I've been converting to LED, which is more efficient, a little bit more expensive as well, but I do get 50,000 hours out of that, and Sunblaster does sell a replacement bulb that is LED, which makes it even better. Over time, LED lights have become very popular, and you can find affordable solutions online. The second grow system that I have is the Barina grow lights that I picked up from Amazon. These are LED lights that come with 4 panels for about $60. And what I like about this system is that it's expandable, so you can buy more lights and connect them to each other. Another LED light system I have is from Feet, F-E-I-T. I believe they also have red lights as well, but I'm using the full spectrum lights in my grow setup. This one is more expensive at about $75. You can also get this one on sale for under $50, but this is too expensive for the size and the number of panels you get. You're better off getting the Barina grow lights, but this system is also expandable. After years of growing with both, I don't really notice a difference with my seedlings. The next grow lights are from GE, General Electric, and they do have a variety of lights. I have their light panel here, and I also have their grow light bulbs. I like the fact that you can get an individual light bulb, and these cost around $25, which makes it a great startup solution. I don't think the GE panel is worth the price. It runs about $70, which I think is quite expensive. At that point, just get the Barina from Amazon. Now, they do sell the red light option, so if you're thinking about fruiting and flowering, I use the full spectrum variety, but again, I just think it's too expensive for what you get. The last lighting system is what I use as supplemental lighting, again, if I start way too many seedlings, and I always start way too many seedlings, and that is a Jiffy Hydro. This is an LED light that also comes with a stand, which is really good because a lot of the light systems don't come with support, so you have to zip tie them to a structure like I do, or you can screw them into something else. So I like the fact that this comes with a base. The Jiffy Hydro runs about $60 and works really well for a small indoor setup. If you don't want the hassle of attaching your light system to a stand, then I think that this is a really great option. Again, there are hundreds, if not thousands of light systems on the market. I'm recommending what I personally use. Now, after growing with all of these lights, if I was just starting out, I would recommend the Sunblaster T5 light and stand because it's adjustable up and down and the system is expandable. So if later on you want to build out your grow room, you can add more T5 lights and also get a rack. But the cost of the setup to get the stand and one T5 light will run you about $100. So if you want something that's less expensive, then I would go for the Jiffy Hydro because it's only $60 and it already comes in with a built-in light and a stand. And if you're not sure about investing in a light system and you just want something to get started, then I would recommend the GE light bulb because it's $25 and you can literally attach it to anything. Just a note here that I did find a smaller version of the light bulb that I have for only $14. So the options are pretty much endless. But if you want to hit the ground running and grow all the things like I did, then I would recommend the Barina grow light system. I think it's the most economical at $60 and you get 4 panels and this system is expandable. Alternatively, many growers start off with shop lights that you can get at Walmart or other hardware stores. I'm not recommending it here, although it is an affordable option. I just personally haven't tried it, and I don't want to recommend something I haven't tried. Last but not least, my pro hack to getting all of these lights running like clockwork is to use a timer. My grow room is in the basement, and it's a major hassle running up and down the stairs to turn the lights on and off, and there have been many days where I've left the lights on for 24 hours because life just got busy. So do yourself a favor and get a timer. I love this extension cord and timer in one. I picked this up from Canadian Tire and you can set the hours your lights run and the days that they run. This allows you to customize your lighting to your needs. I've also found a similar one on Amazon and I'll link that in the description below. That's it for today, but I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.